Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is another PvP with me, playing a thief in Heroes 2. And yeah, this is my first time recording the thief play. I played thief a bit in beta, but I really didn't like it. As you know, in beta there were only one specs that were working in betas, and that were spam one button and spam one button again, which really was incredibly boring and I didn't enjoy it at all. For me, the thief was one of the most hated classes I had in Guild Wars 2 until I tried the Mesmer. Now I only don't like Mesmer in Guild Wars 2 and I won't roll one at all. But the thief after the race isn't bad at all, as you can see in this video. I quite enjoyed my play, and quite surprisingly, from one of my least favorite classes, it got to the top with my most favorite classes. I made this spec, which is incredibly fun to play. It plays quite similar to my offensive sword burst guardian spec as well, as you will see in this video. For the rotation of my spec on the thief is to shadow shot to your target. Once you reach your target, then use the ambush trap to spawn your thief, and if the opponent tries to run, knock them down. If they try to fight you back, then again shadow shot them and continue auto-attacking them, and if they try to run, as well shadow shot them. If they don't, then spam auto-attack until they drop below 50% health, then nuke the Heart Seekers. It's quite fun to play, and you will see. As for my last utility spell, I use the signet of the movement speed. I think that is a must for every thief to play because its buff is huge. 25% movement speed passive all the time.
I'm renewed.
None other class can compare to the thief movement options now. It's quite fun to use it. You can run around on all maps, get in the action quite fast. And for the elite, I thought about it. When I tier card, I thought that the Dagger Storm would be quite fun to use, but it proved wrong. The Dagger Storm is quite low range, so you will affect the range damage, but you have to stand so close to your targets that the melee ones, it isn't worth it at all. It got long casting time with low damage. It's way better to use the thieves. Since most players use out-tabbing to target new targets, and when you have one or two or three thieves besides you, they can get a target instead of you, thus absorbing the damage that was intended for you. Which are also I as well target without tab, and it can be quite frustrating to select pets or thieves like that.
The chieftain has returned.
As for this battle, as you can see, it isn't bad at all. Both teams are quite balanced to each other, but the blue teams are having a nice lead of 50 points. But it is still the first half of the game, so everything can change. We can win as well. Now I'm trying to, with my bow, with cripple shot or whatever it's called, the third spell on the bow with thief, which I use as offset weapon to push myself back out of them, but sadly it doesn't break immobilization. So I was just dodging in place, but I didn't have enough initiate to survive. Just look at my thief now. He's spamming his attack on the opponents, but he doesn't want to bother with me racing. I guess it would be quite OP that you can spawn the additional thieves, and if they could arrest you. At least as a try, they look incredibly good, as you can see. And here, notice this: when you place your traps, your cooldown starts ASAP, so try to place your traps as soon as you can when you find undependent cap point.
The keep is yours.
Perhaps it is with the character I'm playing. In beta I played the thief human, which has horrible animations for me, and just to be a human in fantasy settings is a very bad idea for me. We are humans in real life, why would we want to be the humans in the fantasy as well? Same like with the Norn, my engineer. When I switched to the Sivali to try the Sivali to see the animations and the general feel of the race, I got incredibly boring with the engineer and thought I would never touch engineer again, but then I rolled my Norn engineer in the last test and it was fun again. Like now I'm playing my child thief, which is incredibly fun, but the human thief was the most boring class ever.
The keep's been lost.
I wish that my tribe would look like those thieves that we spawn. Just look at them, how badass they look. The blue guys are still leading by 30 points, as you can see, and they're holding 2 bases, which isn't good for us at all. They are trying to capture the 3rd point. But now they are making one huge mistake. They are all rushing to the mine one after another, so me and that other player from my team can just kill them one by one. Like now we killed that Guardian, now we can kill the Mesmer.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Eat this hide seekers Mesmer. And now Bone storming around. I'm still not familiar with the steel too much. The steel ability got quite nice improvement. I really like to steal from the warriors, for example. When you steal from the warrior, you get the Bone Storm ability, which is incredibly effective now as a thief. As full damage spec thief, you can make up to 8k damage, which is really nice. I wonder if there is still for any other class that will give such a good buff. And just look at the score now. We are now leading by 30 points, we are holding all 3 bases. Quite a nice turn, because all of them are just rushing one after another to our mine. And now this Guardian will suffer the defeat as well. And yeah, I forgot to mention about my build. One important thing is remember to dodge. Even when you don't have to dodge, dodge. Since in my build I have like 10% extra damage if my dodge bar isn't full. And I usually forget to dodge when I don't need it. But I will learn in time. This after all were my first games with Thief.
They took the henge.
And here we have one duo fight versus the Mesmer. For me, as a Thief or rogue player in most of the games, if you refuse to do 1 versus 1, it just feels weird. So when you see a solo player, go and face him. That's what assassins do, right? Now only 70 points we need to win. I am now expecting them to come for the henge since this is the closest cap point to them. Here is that Mesmer again. She probably noticed me and decided, hell no, I am not facing him again. And she ran off in the other direction. I thought she would wait behind the rock or somewhere to keep the position when I am gone, but it seems she ran off to the other side of the map. So I wasted quite a lot of time waiting here. I tried to reach the fight at the mid, but here they're going for our Swanir, so I will try to prevent them from taking him. But said I didn't reach in time. Now here is 2-on-1 fight, 2-on-2, and now it's 3-on-2. Let's nuke the guard. He isn't the squishiest class after all, but nonetheless, he will die for stealing the Swanir. Overall, I quite enjoyed the spec and the Thief after the release. It's way more funner than it was in the beta. I would recommend you to try this build I was playing with. And see you next time.
The keep's been lost.
Not the leg.
victorious. You've taken the mine.
The end is near.